So yeah, basically, with this one, we've got SRBs, more SRBs, more SRBs, and more SRBs, and more SRBs. And then at the top, we've got more SRBs. Let's just drop that down a little bit. We'll put some RCS up here. So we've got a little bit more control over it. Yeah, I was just thinking what I could do is put a cowling over this top bit, so none of this will melt. That's not a bad idea. I'll make it more aerodynamic as well, but it's going to make it top heavy, I think. Not that it isn't already. I could possibly make this a little bit faster, I think. I mean, if I put actual rocket engines like down the middle rather than SRBs, it might be a little bit better. Try to use the fins for the manual module. Yeah. But they'll stay on if they don't melt off. I'm tempted to maybe put some more parachutes on, because last time, actually, you know what I do need? 100% certain I need this, is a heat shield, because it melted last time and that wasn't very nice. There we go. Now, we're still going to have the same issue, I think, with regards to all this stuff down here melting. I guess. I don't think there's anything I can do to help stop that, but there may be. I just thought of something. Put heat shields on top of the SLBs without nose cones. I'll do the same thing to these as well. To protect them from the friction going out into space. Now, the rest of them, though, I can't do. These ones, they don't have it, but I can't be asked to replaceable. So let's save that. And we'll give Fireball, we'll call this one 1B. Let's see how far we get with that. Okay, so we have a payload now. That's wobbling. I'm sure that's wobbling. No, it's not. Okay. But yeah, we've got a payload to get into space. I think I'm going to go to the Thunderbirds music for this one again. That's it. You know, it's kind of suitable.
4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
It is wobbling from side to side. You can see that. It was a bit slower there on takeoff, but it's still enough to give it overheating issues. Uh-oh. 18,000 meters. Broke 1,000 meters per second before 20,000 meters again. That's a bad thing. Whoa. That's... yeah, this is going to go pear-shaped pretty quickly. Things are very red. Oh. Yeah, that's the SAS Vita. I've got it on it. I'm not using it though. You can basically corkscrew your rocket into space, but it's not the most ideal option of control. This isn't either, but you know. Oh, here we go. Ah! They're breaking free. Ah! Ah! Too much power! Oh, thank God they've run out of fuel. Oh, wait a minute. We're still in the atmosphere. Just. Right, so that's going to get me up to 200,000 meters. Let's put it into prograde. And if it does manage to get into control, I'll fire off the next set. I need to get rid of these additional ones. And, oh god damn it, stop moving. Stop it. Where are you? There. There we go, right. I need to get rid of this one. We don't want that firing now. If it's got any fuel on it, we don't want it firing because it's just going to throw us out of control. Radio decoupled? Yeah. That's gone. Oh! Go. Oh, fuck. Okay, we lost 4 SRBs there. Right. But we lost a lot of weight as well, so we might be able to get this under control. Put on the RCS. But that's not going to work because it's inside there. Shit. Ah, fuck. Come on, SAS. You've got this all down to the SAS now. RCS, I don't think it's going to do anything. I'll try it again, but I don't think it'll work. Yeah, it's not using any of that. Yeah, I should have put some RCS there on the outside of that. There we go. Almost got it under control now. Okay, so if we fire it off now. We'll push this up. Oh god, it lost control again. Shit. SRBs, yeah. That is very top heavy, this design. Or at this stage, at least, anyway. I'm tempted to throw a load more SRBs, if I'm honest. Like, right about this bit. So I've got some more stuff to play with at this kind of altitude. The tip is too big. That's what your mum said. Oh. We're still going up. Alright, there we go. Let's get rid of that and let's go! The space! Alright, we've got control this time though. Alright, so that is going to take us all the way around to there. Okay, now if we separate the next stage, I'll have control of the engine. So I can fine tune the orbit a little bit. If I wanted to try and get into orbit, now's the time that I'd do it. But basically what I'd do, I just throw it back. Wait until the ships appear somewhere. Well, actually, no, because thinking about it, yeah, because I've only got the poodle engine on it. I'd have to burn it from now pretty much all of the time to get it into orbit, because it's a very weak engine. So let's just push up that. This will increase, but so will this. This will push out, and eventually it will go into a full orbit. However, I've got very little fuel aboard, so I don't think it's going to be enough. So I'm going to throttle back, wait until we get up to here, when it'll be more efficient, and then I'll fire it again and try and push the orbit so it goes at least round to the North Pole. And we'll try re-entry there. Okay, we've got 2 minutes into that, so we'll warp to there. Let's see what we can do. It's not going to be enough, I don't think. No. It's close though. That's not too bad at all. If the SRBs, or if more SRBs had survived getting me up here, I'd easily be able to get this into position or into orbit. Probably quite a large orbit, but now we've got to bring the bomb in for landing. I'm going to keep this on, I think, maybe. Or wait a minute, I've got the big I've got the massive heat shield to deploy. Okay, so we're going to deploy that before we hit the atmosphere. We need to go into retrograde for this. So spin it around. I wish it wasn't night time so you could see what's going to happen a bit easier. I'll try and keep it so it's facing that way, so you can see what's going to happen with this. Hopefully the RCS is going to work now as well. Otherwise I'm going to have a bit of a problem, I think. Okay, how would you use that? No, don't know exactly. I'll warp it to there. Oh. Okay. 100 146,000 meters, right? Okay, we've got sunshot now as well, so you can see a bit easier. Right, so now what I'm going to do is get rid of the fairing, which is this bit here. There you go. I could have kept that on, but I want to use the heat shield, which is this here. That should hopefully protect me from re-entry. I put an RCS as well now, so I've got these working. There we go. That is a fairly steep re-entry, so this is going to be interesting. That is going to probably burn up, I'd guess. What's that down there? Oh, that's some more debris, I think. Yeah, that's part of the fairing. Okay, so we're in the atmosphere now, properly. This is the atmosphere kind of gauge. The lower you get, the thicker the air gets, and more friction builds up. There we go. Oh, the heat shield made that look easy. I'll be using this more, I can tell you that much. $22,000 meters. We are going to coming down in the ocean, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we've slowed down pretty well. Heat shield just gives you loads of friction. Helps you slow down immensely. We're still losing speed alone. Rocket planes. Yeah, done them as well. If you do the career mode, you know, you've only got certain engines available to begin with, so you can't really do aircraft exploration very easily on Kerbin. So what I did was I built rocket planes instead and gave them rocket engines until I unlocked, you know, the appropriate aero engines. There'd be a lot of runners. It's I don't know. I mean, it depends on how they do it. I think it would be quite a lot of fun if you could do like a cooperative version of this. I don't know, or even like a, let's say versus. I mean, like competitive. So you know, one player builds a rocket, the other player has to build a rocket, and they've got to try and compete for first Kerbin to, or Kerbal to, you know, the moon or something. It depends on how they do it then. I know there's like mods that add guns and stuff like that, but that's not what the game's about. I don't think the multiplayer should be based around that. They could, I mean, they could add that in as well. Don't get me wrong, but the core of the multiplayer, the initial thing should be in line with the game. And the game isn't about, you know, blowing each other's kingdom come. Well, it's about blowing Kebal sticking kingdom come in rockets, obviously. But you know, I think that's where the focus should be for the multiplayer, for them at least, anyway. For the player base to mess around with guns and stuff, it's fun, but it's not necessarily what the game should be aimed at, or the multiplayer. It's going slow enough to get out, so we'll EV out. There we go. Just outside. That's good. It may flip. Nope. It's a boat. Oh, this heat shield is just amazing. It's a boat as well as a heat shield. And an air brake. Best heat shield. 2K17.